Happy Saturday to everybody out there. Looks like we're good. So today I want to talk about like it's Black Friday. The year is about to end. We still have a lot of time ahead of us, probably like what, 30, 40 days left in this year to close this out strong. A lot of people are going to be buying things. Black Friday's here, Cyber Monday's here, the holiday season, etc. People are in the mood to be spending. Now, with what you guys do as agency owners here, we need some vital pillars. And I want to kind of talk about the three most vital pillars that we believe every agency must need, and most of them are missing. This is what's grown us to consistent seven-figure years for over a decade. We've gone way past that. So I'm going to share with you the key items to focus on, because there's a lot of distractions out there. And running an agency on your own is very difficult. If you're under 10K, if you're above that, if you're at 50, 100K, then you probably have a team and you may have different bottlenecks. But it kind of comes down to three core pillars. And I'm going to share my screen with you. And I just put together some talking notes for all of us. Now, this is to grow past and blow past 10 to 30K months. You can even use the same exact strategy, even if you're those 100K agencies, because sometimes you have those whatever 70K months, then you have your 100, then you have your 110. So you're in this roller coaster sometimes, even when you have more revenue. It's more money, more problems, because different level, then you have a new devil to deal with. And sometimes it still weighs on you with that stress, that anxiety, that why can't I break this ceiling? Like once you get to that flat top, you feel like you're at a plateau, and then you start to kind of retract and go downhill a little bit. So let's go into the three pillars. And if you're here live, hashtag live. If you're here on the replay, hashtag replay. And also plug yourself. Like, tell me what you do in the comments. Whether you own an agency, if you have a niche that you specialize in, you have a SaaS, you have a product. What is it that you sell and offer that you're really good at? So here's, if you're feeling stuck, like here's a battle plan to survive and thrive, right? Not only now, but 2021 and way beyond, because it's going to be very simple strategies that just need to be perfected. And that's really the difficult part that people run into, is perfecting these crafts so it's consistent. It's not something that you get this 1 month burst and then all of a sudden it just kind of like dissipates, and then you go back to that, like, why me? I'm lost. Let me whiteboard stuff. Let me do all these different crazy things to kind of create these massive changes, when in actuality it's the focus that may have gone off. Maybe something stopped working and you need a small shift of a dial. But I see it time and time again, people niche hopping, going from real estate to dentistry to personal injury to offering Facebook ads. Then all of a sudden they're SEO guys, and then they're citation or web developers. There's just this inconsistency in thinking that change of the product and service is going to be the solution to the problem, but that's really not it. It's kind of getting these basic habits down and really going all in, because this is how every business is going to survive. It's all through traffic and authority. It's not necessarily just about who you know, it's about who knows you. And ways to do that is not sit here and just always just do videos and hope if I build it, they'll come. Go after it. Everybody does that, from the Tony Robbins, who's the top of the food chain in the personal development space, to on down. The people who are making money are having different traffic sequences and strategies and channels that they put into place. So they're not just sitting here relying on one channel. It's kind of like a little bit of diversification of your marketing. And there's ways to do it at any stage when you have a lot of time. We focus on organic prospecting. So we help teach people on how to organically prospect. Like, what do you say to somebody? What do you post on Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever your preferred platform is, even Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, etc.? Do you have a messenger strategy in place? Like, how do you warm them up? So if you're writing a post, like a mission post or a value post or a giveaway post or a curious post, like, what are you going to say when somebody says, hey, that's me, I'm interested? How are you going to take them from like, hey, well, thanks for commenting, like, what's going on in the biz? How do you move them from just a new person that you know, that now knows you, that's following your content, to then get them into a conversation where you can see if you can even help them and qualify them, right? And then some platforms that you can leverage to get this traffic, get this authority, connect with really high power people. I mean, we've talked to some of the best people on the planet just using this strategy. So now they know us. Now they recommend us. Now they tag us. They think of us. So we're not thinking, how can I do this in 24 hours? We're thinking the long game, guys, because I think that if you think something is going to happen today or tomorrow, this takes hard work. This takes perfection. This takes practice. This takes testing. It's not that easy that people make it out to be. It's easy when it's done. It's easy when it's consistent. Until then, you either struggle or you get help. So here are some platforms that you can leverage. Facebook, that's the most popular. That's where this is streaming. It's streaming on YouTube as well. You have email prospecting that includes getting a list of people that may be interested. That could be sourcing a list from a joint venture partner. That could be your dead list or your old list that needs to be warmed up to even know what you even do because they forgot who the heck you are. There's text message strategies, there's LinkedIn, there's voicemails. So these are all the various ways where you can just literally get in front of somebody's eyeballs, into their voicemail, into their messenger right now, here today on a Saturday, a Monday, a Tuesday, whatever day happy days, doesn't matter what day it is. And then the next pillar, leads. Like, you need people to close. Once you've warmed them up, now, are they on your calendar? Do you have their phone number? Do you have an interactive conversation, a follow-up process even in place? So some of the things that you'll want to be focusing on is, how do you get more introduction calls? How do you get more demo calls, sales calls? You can do it, even text message sales. Text message comes in a variety of ways. There's email, there's SMS, and there's actually Facebook Messenger, there's LinkedIn messaging. So what do you say? How do you say it? How do you command the respect that you can help solve their problems? One really, really fast way to do things where you can either lose your shirt or you can actually have a really great offer is using a paid ad strategy. This gives you all the steps to attract the attention of your ideal customer with a really good offer, something maybe uncomfortable, something outside your comfort zone that it may scare you a little bit. So it forces you to actually be good at what you do, or fulfill, or find the path to get better, to get as many people on the phone and qualify them. We use this all the time. We use paid ad strategies in a variety of ways, from low ticket sales offers that we have, like $7, $27, $97 master classes, all the way to book a sales call. Let's see if we can even help your business grow, your agency grow, etc. So we have all the steps, and it's the SOAP sequence, the sexy offer application process, that you probably heard Cody go through and reference a lot, with his experience with paid ads, being one of the top paid ad guys out there. Now, the third pillar, and where it comes all together, is really having the skills to be able to convert people who have a problem that you have a solution for, to turn them into winning opportunities. And that comes with a process. It's not a matter of, not everybody's going to hop on the phone and be ready to buy with you, because you already know that's not the case, unless you've already built up this authority and they just want to do business with you. And even the guys like Tony Robbins, who have gone from the bottom to the top of the game, they've also lost it all. And they've perfected this winning sales strategy, how to discover if a person's a good fit for you, how to actually diagnose what is the right solution, and even if you can even help them. So it's kind of that doctor process that you put in place. So when you go to the doctor, you're not going to walk in and just say, "Hey doc, throw a cast on my ankle." The doctor is going to ask a series of questions and saying, "All right, let me feel your ankle. Let's twist it. Does this hurt? Does that hurt? If I tap your knee, does it kick out?" So they're going to actually go through a discovery process and say, "Hey, well, I know you came in wanting to fix a broken or fractured foot, but in actuality, it's not broken or fractured. You have plantar fasciitis. It's actually a knee problem that's shooting down into your ankle. And what you really need to do is get this medical brace. And after 3 months, it's going to heal if you follow this rehab process." So they'll actually discover and give you a diagnosis of what your actual problem is. And that's part of the sales process. That's the discovery, is knowing where it hurts, what that pain is, what the repercussions are if you don't fix this, and then how they can move forward, enabling them to want to actually diagnose themselves, get them to state their problems, and then move them into your client base. And this not only works with if you're an agency that sells to dentists, doctors, lawyers, whatever the industry is, it doesn't really matter. We've put together our 8-step RAD framework, that you'll have access to if you want it. So one of the bonuses that we're going to be offering, this is like going to be our Black Friday thing, that we're bringing all these three things together, all these three pillars. We're also going to actually offer up an hour call with us too. This is not a sales call. This is truly, I know everybody says it, it's truly not going to be a sales call. This is just going to be, how do you bring this all together and then go out and actually put it into good use. So you have like the three main things, because I mean, a couple of my friends, we talk, we're big, we've had agencies, we have agencies, we also coach agency owners. And the most important thing is when things are good, you need sales above all else. When things are bad, sales above all else. And we're not just preparing for like when months are good. I mean, you can kind of fight through chaos and confusion, but when those down months come where you take a dip, which they are coming for most people, that's when you stress, that's when you buckle down. What Tony Robbins calls that is winter. Winter is coming. It's going to have a shitstorm for you. A lot of people got the shitstorm during coronavirus, and a lot of people who just embrace this opportunity that they can digitize their business, take their knowledge and put it into education, or their restaurants and focus on delivery, or do telemedicine, or whatever it may be. They've actually capitalized. It's because they put together systems and processes in place that come to these three core pillars. These are the three most important things. So you want more bottlenecks in your business. It's after these three things. You want those bottlenecks to be fulfillment, a COO. You want to get to that level, so you actually have so many people to serve that those problems and those things start to break, so you can start solving more fun problems to get yourself out of your own business and put your pieces in place. Now, without these three vital pillars, here's what you may be feeling. Inconsistency. Why me? How is this happening? I was doing good. I'm doing terrible now. Anxiety. I don't know if your heart rate is like beating like crazy, where you're like, damn, like today I got to close the deal. Shoot, I didn't. I'll just do it tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. That all takes place. Everybody has a different level of anxiety. Self-doubt. Do you wake up or feel like ever like, shoot, why am I even good enough for this? Are you thinking about possibly going and getting a W-2? Can you pay down debt, or are you going to succumb to debt? That just creates even more anxiety, inconsistency, and self-doubt, and the need and thrill to or the fear to even have to go to W-2 because you have the lack of the funds. And overall, you just may feel stuck. That's really it. A lot of people feel stuck. But when you fix those things and put the necessary pieces in place, then you have the skills. You have skills that you can be a legitimate expert, if you will, because you're no longer a general practitioner that may or may not be able to solve problems. You're actually a skillful orthoscopic surgeon of your industry, your niche, the offer you put into place, whether it's Facebook ads, SEO, Google ads, web design, or you sell for another company. It doesn't really matter. You have the necessary skills in place to go out, prospect, close, and find new people to talk to, which gives you a ton of confidence. Like whenever you bring on a new client and they pay you money, how good does that feel? That feels great. You feel like you won. You feel like you're the LA Dodgers or the Lakers that just want the championships. You just feel on that high, and you want more of those highs. So it's consistent for your business or your commission checks. You're growing. You're not dying, because if you're not growing and you're flatlining, then guess what? You're just opening the gap for your competition to just come up and gobble up everything. That's just really what happens. It's happened to us in the past. We got complacent doing 100K months. We're like, hell yeah, we made it. But then we didn't think is there more than 100K? And we're like, oh shit, there is. People are making way more. So it's a growth pattern. You always want to grow. You don't want to get stale. And the way to grow is have a sales system in place, because then you're going to be able to attract more people, better people. People see that you'll be in demand, rather than going out and hiring what you think may be a good fit for you, and just kind of settling, and then really saying what the fuck does this person even do for me? Are they even good? Did I hire wrong? And then they sit on your books for a long time. And when you're doing good, people will be asking you, hey, how do I work for you? Can I work for you for free? Can I intern for you? All these different things happen when you have your sales in place, and frees up your time to CEOify your business. So if these are all things right here, these three little pillars, not even little, they're big pillars, but they become smaller for you once you have them in place, are the biggest bottlenecks and problems we see of people who just need more and want more. If you want to get them all, here's how you get access. There's nothing to buy today just yet. We're not selling it right now. We're just Cody's put together the funnels and all the ways to get this, and so you have instant and immediate access and an amazing experience just indulging in all this. There's going to be about 6 to 6.5 hours of content in here, so it's a lot that we put into here. This is what we've built over the last 15 years of doing agency work and coaching and all that kind of stuff to help people, and it's going to be just $97. That's it. There's no upsell after that unless you specifically ask for more. So it's not one of those ClickFunnels or like landing pages where you buy something and then there's that urgency button and then the upsell button and all that other good stuff that's out there. This is everything, the whole enchilada, all with $97. There's nothing else out there. Plus you get the hour roadmap call to bring all this stuff together. The only way we sell you something else is if you ask for more. And that's really it. And the last bit is like, there is a disclaimer because all good things come to an end. Just like a great movie, it comes to an end. Your favorite Seinfeld show, it came to an end. It's all over. So we're going to go back to our normal price soon. So this is for Black Friday. It may stay open even on Cyber Monday. Who knows? The price may slightly go up. But if you want this all, like our best materials, these three things here, the three pillars to survive and thrive in your agency and your business, this is what you're going to get. How to build traffic and authority, how to generate leads for people that are going to close, how to sell them, that you have a process to be able to diagnose them, help them understand their problems, because people come into sales calls with something they want, but then they leave with something they actually need. So we'll give you all of this stuff in 6.5 hours of content. Plus you'll have an extra opportunity to talk to us, bring it all together. And this is going to be available for our Black Friday steal, if you will. It's kind of like we're just kind of like throwing the blindfold on, if you will, and just saying, hey, we're going to give you our best materials just for $97. So if you want access to this, just let us know in the comments, message me directly. Ben, myself, or somebody on the team will actually get you the information, the link, so you can buy this. And then you'll probably see us posting constantly through the week. But this is the fastest, easiest way to buy things is just message us. We'll get this all over to you. If you want it and you feel that something's missing, because even in the slightest dial, a word change, a sentence change, a process change, you can just explode your sales. That's just really how you've worked so far in your business, whether you're brand new or you're 2 years in. I've seen it all. I've seen agencies with 2-3 years in still at 2K, 5K, under 10K. And I'm just kind of scratching my head saying like, well, what have you been doing for 2 years, 365 days per year? You have 12, 14, 18 hours in a day to stay this stuck. And it's not your fault. It's just the necessary materials not available to you, or you bought something from somebody else that really isn't even a coach or knows what they're doing and they're stuck themselves. But now you can get it from somebody who's done this for 15 years consistently, year over year. And get access to our best material here. So happy Saturday to you guys. Comment, let me know if you need this, direct message me, and we'll get you the link.